I am still working on my homemade year supply of food, and I'm here at Costco today because I want to make some MRE meals, but I am feeling lazy and don't want to cook them. It's super cold and snowy outside, and I have just been in the mood for soup, and Costco has some awesome options, so we're gonna go see what they have. All right, the first thing we are getting is this loaded baked potato soup. That sounds delicious, and it's on sale for $7.99. We're definitely gonna add this to our soup day. And who doesn't love chicken tortilla soup? I certainly do. So I think we will do this one also, which is $9.89. Not bad. I'm really having a hard time choosing because I want to try this one for science. Zuppa Toscana soup. I've always wanted to make this homemade, and I probably should sometime, but we're gonna get this one too. I am going to do one tray of shredded chicken, and my other trays will be the 3 soups that I got from Costco. The only thing I do to this is just pull out all of the meat. I do use the white meat and the dark meat. It both freeze dries beautifully. I do remove the skins. That's the only thing. Here is all of my chicken. This should fit just fine on one freeze dryer tray, which I need to go find, hoping that they're clean. Found myself a tray. I just got a parchment tray liner on here. I love the pre-cut parchment liners. These ones come from Costco, which I have a discount code for. I will have it linked in the video description below. They have awesome freeze drying supplies. One whole rotisserie chicken fit nicely on my tray. So technically I could get 4 in one run, which is kind of cool. I'm gonna run this down to vanilla ice, and then we'll get going on our soups before we can load it up. You know you live in a cold environment when you can use your back porch as a refrigerator or a freezer. Tell me I'm not the only one who does this. It's like so convenient. I don't have any shoes on, but I wanna show you how much snow we got yesterday. It's crazy. I bribed my son and his 2 friends with bags of freeze-dried Skittles to shovel my deck, and they obliged and did a great job, and they were thrilled for their treat. But we are a snowy wonderland today. I'm thinking to use about 1.5 containers worth per tray, and then whatever's left over, I'm just gonna save for my lunches for the rest of the week. But I'm thinking 1.5 containers will give me about 3 or 4 MRE meals of soup. They claim a serving size of the soup is 1 cup. I could eat way more than 1 cup in a serving. Are these all 1 cup serving size? Yes. I think I'm gonna give myself 2 cups per serving. We'll see, depending on what fits on the tray. When I freeze dry soups, I don't like to use a liner because I'm typically trying to scrape the broth out of the bottom of the tray so that we get all of the flavor. And when you use a liner, the soup tends to go around and underneath it, at least in my experience. And then it's hard to get all the flavors out. So I just know I'm gonna be like scraping it at the end, and that's not a big deal. We're gonna start with chicken tortilla. Here are my 3 soups. I only got 1 container of the chicken tortilla, and now looking at it, I realize that container is bigger than those 2. I thought they were the same, but they're different brands, so that's why. These 2 are the same brand, so they were the same size. I got about 1.5 containers of the potato soup and 1.5 containers of the Zuppa Toscana yummy sausage soup. I need to get my freeze dryer cooling. I should have done this before, but forgot. I am gonna work with my standard settings. I am gonna add 2 extra hours of freeze time because I didn't pre-freeze. I always recommend pre-freezing your foods before freeze drying them because it gives you a shorter run on the actual freeze drying process. I just do not have room in my freezer right now, so I am letting my machine do the whole thing. Dry temp is set at 120, and I have my extra dry mode set to like 8 hours. During that time is when I will do my weight test to see if the food is fully dried. I just need to hit start. You hear the machine going, and we wait our 15-minute cool down period, and then I can load them up. It's crazy how much snow we got. If you are in a state that was affected by the crazy winter storms that happened over the weekend and the ice, let me know how you're doing. I hope you guys are all okay. We can load up Mr. Vanilla Ice. All right, we'll go with it. Here is my chicken tortilla soup, trying not to spill. Loaded baked potato soup. And zuppa Toscana soup. Got my drain valve closed, hitting continue. We're off to the races. This is gonna be a long run. Soups and liquidy foods take a long time, so I'll let you know how long this took and how I'm gonna package everything up. I am gonna package my chicken differently from my MRE meals. Foods that I'm gonna use as meal prep and in my everyday cooking, I keep differently than I do for my long-term food storage. So I will show you that when we get back to it. We're back in the land of super long freeze drying runs because last night at around the 32-hour mark, the machine was in extra dry mode, but I was in bed, so I just increased the dry time from my phone, which is why I love having the Wi-Fi option on here. But we are going to do a weight test to make sure that my soups are fully freeze dried. The way to pause your machine is to just press the little leaf up here. It's gonna ask you if you want to end your batch. I'm gonna hit confirm. I need to open my drain valve. I need a scale and a notebook to write down my weights. Don't tell me my battery died. I've had this thing for a couple of years and never changed the batteries. I gotta go get new batteries real quick. We're back in business. Okay, I'm gonna zero it out. Now I'm gonna weigh each of my trays. I'm not gonna weigh the chicken. That's gonna be dried. I'm only concerned about the liquidy soups. So my weight is 793 grams. Sometimes I try to remember these numbers in my head and I always forget. So write them down. That's how it looks. I mean, they feel very dry to me, but sometimes internally it's not totally dry. 896 grams. And the chicken tortilla, 751. We're gonna put them all back into the machine. We are going to select more dry time. Close drain valve, hit continue. And I'm gonna let this run for 2 more hours. I will come back in an hour or two and re-weigh my trays. If the weight changes and gets less, then I know the machine is still extracting moisture from this food and it is gonna need more time. And y'all repeat this process until you don't get a difference in weights. If the weight stays the same, then you're good to go. The machine has removed all the moisture that it's going to. So I will come back in just a little bit. We are back, ready to re-weigh my trays. I'm gonna do the same process. Hit the little leaf in the corner, hit confirm. It's gonna bring me to that process complete save screen. I'm sure this is fully dried just because of how long it's been in here. It's been in here now for 46 hours because of it finishing in the night. But more dry time is better than not enough. Let's see, shall we? 793. 897. I give myself a leeway of like a gram or two just because of the sensitivity of the kitchen scale. So that one's registering a gram less, but that's not a big enough difference to me. This one, yeah, 1 gram off. So I'm gonna call that good. I'm gonna stop my machine and package all of this up. I'm gonna save the chicken for the end. I'm gonna package that up differently than I do my MRE bags. Oh, I need to label my bags before I pack them up. We know that's something I always forget to do. I have my bags ready and my Sharpie over here. So I'm gonna label each bag with, I'm gonna do 3 bags per soup, just the name of the soup and the month and year. I pulled out the baked potato soup bag, so these are the ones we're gonna package up first. I will save aside some of the chicken tortilla soup to reconstitute it so I can show you what it looks like when it is reconstituted. I have a hard time testing all of these because I have made these to go towards my year supply and I don't wanna waste it just on me taste testing them. But I will show you how to reconstitute at least one of them, a small amount, but it'll be the same process regardless. So here is, let me make sure. Yes, this is the baked potato soup. I like to use one of these rubber bench scrapers to just portion out my soup. I'm gonna divide this into thirds. Grab my bag. And I'm going to use a canning funnel to get the soup into. Here are my 3 soup bags. I'm going to toss in my oxygen absorbers now and seal the little Ziploc sealing is what I mean. And then I will heat seal the tops at the very end. Our next soup will be the zuppa Toscana soup. So I'm going to get my bags ready. Zuppa Toscana. It's going to be the same process, chopping it into thirds and throwing it in the bag. Here's those 3. Oxy absorby time. Chicken tortilla soup time. So I'm first going to just cut off a little square to put in my mason jar that I'll reconstitute. That should be plenty to see just how it tastes when it's reconstituted. And we can now bag up my last 3 bags. This is a beautiful sight to see. We've got 9 soups added to my MRE meals for my year supply. I need to add these to my log. Are we going to consider this a dinner or a lunch? I think soup is more of a lunchy item because it's not very heavy. I like my dinners to be a little more hearty, so we're going to add this to the lunches category. I have made 45 MRE meals in the month of January. Isn't that awesome? I freeze dry once a week and I was able to make 45 meals to put towards my year supply. I obviously am very far away from an entire year supply of food, but it's really fun to have a goal because it has kept me on track with just working on making food storage for myself and my family. I'm pretty proud of that. We're not done yet. We still have the chicken to deal with, which that will be very easy. And then we are gonna go give the chicken tortilla soup a little taste test. Y'all, did you hear about the class action lawsuit happening over Costco and their rotisserie chickens? Now, I know, the rotisserie chicken is not like a great clean food item to purchase. I just do it sometimes because it's convenient, it's a good price. Sometimes it's all people can afford, which there's something to say for that. But apparently Costco has been advertising that their chickens are preservative free, when in fact they do have preservatives in them. So that's not good. One of these days I will start making my own whole chickens. I have never in my life like roasted an entire chicken before. How is that possible? I don't know. I've never done it. I've always just bought it at Costco. Or I just buy frozen chicken breasts or chicken thighs and do it that way. But I think it's time I learned, and then you can control the ingredients and make them better for you. Doesn't mean I'm letting this go to waste. I like to store my chicken like this in mason jars. That is so that whenever I want to use it, I see it, I know that it's there, and I can just dump it into a chili or into a soup, or I reconstitute it with like water and taco seasoning and make chicken tacos out of it. Really, the options are endless. So this is one of my favorite things to have on stash in my pantry. And it's high time I refill, replenish, I don't know. I am eyeballing this and really hoping that this tray will fit into 2 of my mason jars nicely. I like the idea of using half of a rotisserie chicken for 1 meal. I think that's about what my family eats on an average basis. And so if I could get all of this chicken into 2 jars, that will be perfect servings for a meal for my family. And it looks like it's gonna work out okay. So then I will just vacuum seal the top. I need the attachment. Hold on. This is the piece for the narrow mouth lids. This should work better. And you just let it run for like 60 seconds and it's gonna remove air from the jar and create a nice airtight seal. You can add an oxygen absorber inside of this jar also for added insurance. A lot of times I do that. I just don't want to open another pack. I know I'll use this within the next month or 2, and doing it this way is gonna keep it dry. It'll be just fine. Pretty cool, right? I'm so glad I have this now. It helps making dinners on busy weeknights go much faster, which is great. We've got one more job to do. We're gonna head upstairs and go reconstitute that soup and see how it tastes. Look at these wild boys shoveling the snow off of the trampoline. They are such good little workers. And looks like they're done now and just torturing each other. Oh, let's give it a try. I'm gonna add just a little bit of hot water. Stir that around. I'm gonna give it a few minutes to reconstitute. See how it tastes. This looks pretty good to me. It looks similar to how it looked when it was in the little tub. It literally tastes like fresh soup. The chicken was totally rehydrated. The tomato tasted like a fresh tomato. The corn was soft and crunchy in like the way you want corn to be, not in a freeze-dried way. So good. I'm totally glad that worked. Thank you all so much for being here. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, hit that subscribe button and you can follow along as I am working on this year supply of food. And remember, when you freeze dry today, you secure your tomorrow. Bye friends.